Watermans, it's Taco Mans, and I just bought my very first project car. I'm super excited to share it with you. It's a true modern classic, a 90s Japanese coupe, the often forgotten and misunderstood 1995 Toyota Celica GT. Let's talk about it. Welcome back to the 90s with the Celica GT that has a well-known 5SFE 2.2-liter 4-cylinder engine producing 130 horsepower and 145 pound-feet of torque. Front-wheel drive 5-speed manual. This Celica is 30 years old, and if you're wondering how it's still running, let me quickly explain the backstory. This Celica was first sold in California, where it stayed there until it moved to Vancouver in 2008. Around 2012, it was sold to the second owner, where it was driven in Vancouver and Saskatchewan, where they don't use any road salt. Eventually, it was moved to Ottawa, where they use tons of salt, but the car wasn't driven, and it's been sitting there ever since. Until a few days ago when I showed up with a tow dolly attached to my Tacoma, determined to bring this thing back with me. A 700-kilometer round trip later, and the Celica has a new home. And honestly, I can't get enough of this car. From the buggy round headlights, to the timeless liftback, to that indistinguishable 90s teal blue colorway, everything about it is so nostalgic. I'm so happy to own this car. Anyway, shout out to the previous owner who explained this backstory to me. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to take care of this car towards the end of his ownership, which leads me to my next topic. Let's talk about the state of the car that's essentially a barn find, having sat outside for 3 years. First things first, there's only 113,000 miles on it, and it's a fully drivable car. The engine starts right up and all the gears work, which is either a miracle or just a typical Toyota feature. With that out the way, let's take a look at the exterior. There are some signs of clear coat fading from years of sun exposure, some dings, dents, and scratches here and there. The sunroof does not open, and this headlight housing is definitely not sealed properly. The spoiler's full of clear coat fading and blemishes. The radio antenna doesn't go up and down anymore, and there's some truly old tires on the car, where one of them needs air every 3 days. But when we get to the underbody, it's in great condition. There's virtually no rust on the underbody, rocker panels, and wheel wells, which are basically inevitable in the salt belt. Now, because the car was shut closed for 3 years, there's a lot of mold and mildew built up in the interior and potential critter infestations as well. You obviously can't tell on camera, but there's a pretty strong smell that I needed a mask and gloves to drive it. What I thought was dust at first, I'm pretty sure is mold after doing some research. You can see it all over the steering wheel, door handles, dashboard, and a lot of other places around the car. The car doesn't look like it was trashed or anything, it's just been stagnant. That being said, we have all the classic 90s features, like the analog tachometer, simple buttons for the HVAC controls, the classic cigarette lighter, cassette player with the radio. It has power windows and mirrors, which is nice and honestly was not expecting. It has a center console and pull-out cup holders, which I think is cool. Of course, you can't forget the ashtray. The back seat is super simplistic. It has 2 seats with barely any legroom, 2 speakers, and you guessed it, another ashtray. The rear view mirror doesn't attach properly anymore, and like I mentioned, the sunroof window doesn't work. Moving to the back of the car, we have the infamous liftback, which is a very timeless look in my opinion. The front seats fold down, allowing for an extremely spacious cargo area. The struts are still holding strong, the hatch is not falling. There's a removable privacy cover. One of the clips that pulls the cover is missing. There's also a small light at the side, and there's a spare tire underneath, along with a jack stored in the side. There's not much else going on back here. Now, most importantly is under the hood. I'm no master mechanic, but I had less than an hour to inspect the car due to sunlight, and I checked as many things as I could. All the fluid levels, battery and alternator voltage, and I listened to the sound of the engine, and honestly everything checked out in my books. I even had a mechanic look at it after buying it, and they confirmed it's running well. I'm sure it could use some new spark plugs, air filter, and a tune-up in general, but this is one of those Toyota testaments right here. Sitting for 3 years and it starts right up with no issues. On top of that, looking at the framework around the engine bay, it all looks to be in amazing condition for the age. There are signs that critters have lived here and have gotten into the insulation, but so far I haven't found any chewed up wires. So what's the plan for this Celica and my YouTube channel in general? Well, I've been looking for a second car for a while, and if you follow my channel, you know I'm Taco Mans because of my Tacoma that I feature on this channel regularly. I basically wanted to preserve my Taco by having a second vehicle. I can also focus on turning my Tacoma into a camping vehicle, which is in the works now. As for the Celica, I'm going to start a mini-series where I restore this car one small project at a time. So if you're interested in following along with that, please subscribe to the channel because I have a new Celica video dropping soon. I've also created a playlist for it, which I linked below so you can save that too. If you have a Celica, let me know the year and color in the comments. And if there's anything you want to see with the Celica, comment that too because I'd love to know. But for now, please like, share, subscribe, and vibe. I'll catch you on the next Taco Man's out. Peace.